Hello, how are you? Okay, it's been a long Sunday. I've been sleepy all day today. It was fun though. I made it to 3 lives. I made it to Jeanette DOY Creations and to Veronica with Stills the Show and Chef with Veronica, and to Kelly's. So it was fun. Well, I am back because um, last week I finished 3 things, and I would have made a video earlier, but I was just too busy. Anyway, the first thing I finished is my cowl I made with the yarn I won from Ella. And that yarn again was from Audine Wools by Neat Crate. The colorway was Bliss 55 merino wool, 30 baby alpaca, 15% mulberry silk, 220 yards, and I had 2 skeins of that. And this little bit here is from a yarn that I won a few years ago. It's the color Smitten. It's also a Knit Crate yarn, and that is Mrs. Crosby Loves to Play. I don't know if this was a Knit Crate or what, but I know that I won it. And I needed that extra so I can have the length I wanted. So this shawl, or this cowl I mean, is named after Ella. I call this my Ella Fofella crochet cowl. Her email, when I first read her email, I thought it was the cutest thing because that's how it starts. And I used a new stitch that I learned, and it's worked back and forth, but I made it work to go in the round because I wanted to achieve this look here. This is the stitch that reminds me of the moss stitch. The moss stitch that I know is you slip stitch in one stitch and then you do a half double in the next, then you slip half double. This is done almost the same way. I will leave the link in the below where I learned this stitch. It's called the Bumpy Road stitch, but it reminds me of the moss stitch. And so I just did that all around. My border at the bottom is a very small shell stitch. And at the top, it's my crab stitch that I love so much. And this is what it looks like on. I can roll it over just like that, and it looks like it's layered there. I can just leave it up like this and let it hang. And I can put it over if I need to. I love this. My Ella Fofella cowl. I hope you don't mind, Ella. I love it. This is so soft. It is such a beautiful stitch. It got caught in my ring. I love it very much. And then I won okay, so you guys know, I don't know, I'm all crazy now, but when am I not? Okay, so I won a pattern. And the only reason why I entered for that giveaway was because Angie, Ruby Baby, from Loving Neighbor Stitch is the one who made the pattern. And I had won her cousin's crossbody, and I was able to follow that because it was stitches that I know, and just the way she writes her patterns, I was really able to understand them. And so I made her latest one, the Keyhole Cowl, I think. And I I made it in a yarn that she gifted me about a year ago. It was sitting there, and I love the colors. I love the colors in this. See, it's all in there. And this was super easy to follow. If I could follow this one, anybody else can. But again, she writes them so differently. I've tried to follow other patterns, but problem is people come up with their own abbreviations, and I don't know. I struggle with patterns, but like I said, I only entered for this giveaway from Priscilla, Distinctive Crochet. Hi, beautiful. Because, like I said, Angie does a phenomenal job of breaking it down, plain English. And this was the Mandala Roving in the color, what color was this? Or is this? Tartan. And I used every bit of yarn. She puts a tassel in hers, so I put a pom-pom. This is what it looks like when I put it on. Oh, I got it all weird here. Let me take it back out and put it on properly. Ay, ay, ay. Let me tell you. Hold on. I didn't tie it. I just slipped it on there because I wanted you to see it. I have to tie it. But anyway. Okay, so now you can see it from beginning to end. And I don't color control. This is why I like the mandalas, because I don't want to keep snipping and tying in loose ends. So you just put them through the keyholes. And you come and you wrap it. Isn't that cool? And you could pull it forward and it could just hang. You get too hot, you get a little bit colder, you just put it on there. And my little pom-pom will be right there, but I gotta tie that in. So there it is. And I love it. And it's even more special. It's her pattern and the yarn she gifted me. And I can't name it after her because she already has a name for this. Anyway, I loved it so much. I made a second one, except mine's a little different. I like playing with stitches. So I started it off a little bit different. Hers is where it's thin for a little bit and then it goes. Mine just starts and just goes. So this part here, double crochets. Right here, we have the cross stitch. Right here, we have, I believe it's called the lemon stitch. I'm not sure. It's the one where you single crochet in the first stitch, double in the next, single, and then double, single, and then double. And when you turn back around, you do a double on the single and then a single on the double. That's what that is. And this here, I have no idea what this is. I just made it up. And this is a small V-stitch. This is the linen stitch all the way up here. And then I made keyholes as well. And then I finished it off with a small shell stitch. And then the rest of the border is my crab stitch. And this is not meant to go all the way through. Just a few little rows there. And then this hangs off like that. And for this, I used the carrot cakes and the color zucchini. Sorry. In the color zucchini. So there you go. Ta-da. And I don't know. I guess this is still the keyhole, right? Because that's what I did there. I just made my own stitches. I like doing that. I like, what I like doing with yarn like this, variegated yarn, is like I started with this grayish and I did one stitch, and when it goes to the next color I like to do another stitch, and so on. I just like to switch the stitches. I love texture, and I don't know, it's what I do. When I make a shawl, it's the same thing. If it's variegated, I start off with one color, one stitch, and once it hits another color, I start a new stitch. And if I really, really love a stitch and I really want the whole thing made in that, then that's the stitch I will use. But most of the time, this is what I do. I switch up the stitches when the colors start to change. And you get all this. And that's what I have done. Yep. Now we'll see what I get into this week. My mom-in-law wants a Elafofella cowl, so she's gonna go and buy the yarn that she wants it made out of. So I'll wait for that. I do need to make pom-poms for my Grinch scarves. I need to tie this one on so I don't lose it. And then, what else do I need to do? I think I'm going to make, I need to finish my blanket actually. I have a blanket I've been working on for a few years and I need to get that done. So I think that is what I'm going to do. I'm going to finish working on my blanket. I just need to do the border actually, but it's a king size. So I have been dreading that. But I will finish it and it'll go on my bed. And then I will get to enjoy it. So anyway, I hope you guys have a good evening, afternoon, maybe even morning. I don't know where you're at. So yeah, just have a good Sunday, and I hope everyone has a good start to their week tomorrow. And I will see you next time. Oh, I just wanted to say thank you to the new subscribers. I saw a few that joined. Welcome. And yeah, it's on. Yeah, yeah, I'm just here. Ask any questions. I don't know. I usually don't like to bother you guys so much. I like to show you what I make. But, you know, if you're interested in knowing anything, then, you know, just let me know. And yeah, like I said, have a good morning, good evening, afternoon, whatever time it is, wherever you're at. And I will hopefully see you soon. Bye.